Today in the Soap Thing project, I am going to do a shave with Master Soap Creations. This one is Frosted Lavender. And as you could probably guess, this is a pretty simple scent, lavender and menthol. This is made in South Africa. It is a non-tallow based soap. Great scent for spring and summer. Wow. And the Master Soap Creations Frosted series of soaps, if you can get your hands on them, those are pretty intense. We're talking sterling glacial intense, especially the aftershave. This stuff, if you want a serious menthol cooling effect, then you're definitely going to get it out of this. This is, what size is this? You know what? I'm not going to fuss about that. I'll go ahead and put the size and the price across the bottom of the screen. But there you have it. Master Soap Creations Frosted Lavender. And then we have the matching aftershave. This is interesting in that it is alcohol-free, but it has so much freaking menthol that it really doesn't matter. You're going to get a burn either way. So just something to think about with that. Going to do another shave with the Parker SoloEdge half double edge bladed razor. This currently has a first use Gillette Silver Blue. I've been rotating through different blades because I haven't found one that works well for this razor. It's kind of blade feely for me. Like there was one time on the last shave video where I was going across my chin and it was just dragging like, oh man, that's going to be razor burn, and it was. So yeah, it's going to be a matter of just kind of dialing in my personal shaving habits, but if it gets to be that hard to dial in, this thing is going to go out the door fairly quickly. In the meantime, I'm going to put it through its paces and give it the time of day and give it a fair shake with a Gillette Silver Blue blade. And the brush is going to be this wonderful, I believe this is a 26 millimeter from Lancaster Razor Works. This is a black on dark bluish purple, semi-transparent sort of thing, with some kind of synthetic that I can't remember exactly what kind it is, but it's a great synthetic brush nonetheless. Lancaster Razor Works. All right, let's do a shave. Right then. Got a solid 36 hours growth on the face today, as usual. And we have one thick-ass lather in the form of Master Soap Creations Frosted Lavender, lathered into the Hendrix Classics & Company stainless steel bowl. And the scent on this is a raging 5 out of 5. I get an insane amount of lavender and an even more insane amount of a menthol smell. So, it's not necessarily floral forward, but it's not invisible either. The menthol is not just overwhelming the scent. Alright, let's go ahead and put it on the face. Holy crap. I am not used to using these 26 millimeter brushes anymore. The reason I'm using them all now is because they're all going to go in a box and get sold. And I can feel an intense menthol cooling already. My skin can handle it. Some of you, it might not be that way, so do be careful if you have skin sensitivities. Okay, Parker SoloEdge with a Gillette Silver Blue. Here we go. I'm going to try and be as careful as I can with this. I'm shaving not in the way I normally would, just because I want to see if I can get a successful shave out of it. It's almost a challenge at this point. The last shave, I cut myself up pretty bad, and I think it was actually an approach angle problem. I wasn't shaving at the angle that maybe I should have. But we'll see. Getting up under your nose is practically impossible with this thing. So from this video forward, you're going to notice less of a redundancy of, or more of a redundancy of artisans and less variety. And that is because of the full-size sets I have left in this collection here in Turkey, there's just a lot of barrister and man, a lot of PAA, a lot of A&E, that sort of stuff that was never covered. So just because you see that doesn't mean I'm suddenly this raging A&E fanboy, just for example. That's just what I have left. I'm trying to use fewer samples and more full-size sets because the full-size sets are going to get shipped out to either be sold or given away. Alright. That's good for the first pass. And then, like I said in one of my previous videos, my long-term intention is over the next 12, 18 months, or even 2 years, depending on how long it takes me, my goal is to slowly run out of things to cover on the project, because I have so much stuff that has yet to be covered that I couldn't cover because I'm over here and my primary collection is over there back in the States, that I intend to use what hasn't been covered, and as I use it, it'll go in a box to get eventually either sold or given away. I have no intention of leaving this hobby just overnight. Like you wake up one day and I'm just no longer there. That is not what I am going to do. I believe if you're going to put any hobby to rest, you need to be careful and calculated in how you do it and not make it just a tremendous waste. I mean, to some degree, it's going to be a tremendous waste no matter what, but I did buy all this stuff, and so it would only make sense to feature it in a video at least once. So far, with me being very careful, I do think the shave is going fine so far. But I would say this is definitely not an autopilot razor. No, the hell it's not. You do have to be careful what blade you put in this and how you use it. Because if you're not careful, it will hack you up. This is my third time shaving with this, and the first 2 times it was just a shred fest. Well, the first time it was really bad, and then the second shave I had a fairly bad nick right here, and then one over there. There's a nick right there again, but now I'm thinking that's just a bump that keeps getting cut open, that it's not the razor's fault. And that one is so small it's barely bleeding anyway. It might stop before the shave is even over. One thing that's surprising me in the few times that I've used this is how little blade chatter it has. Usually double-edge razors will tend to just glance over imperfections in your face because they're so thin and bendable and malleable. But there's something about how the blade is captured in this razor that makes it shave more like an artist club razor or even a gem PTFE razor. So yeah, definitely not a autopilot razor, definitely not a beginner razor. I think this razor is, if you are coming off of the Merkur 34C, let me rinse my face off with cold water. Wow, that's cold. If you were just coming off of like the Merkur 34C and you are looking for a logical next step, I think this is one of them. It's a good second razor for those who are just getting started and are looking for something a bit more challenging. But it's not like Mula R41 kind of challenging. It's just a little bit of a step up to where you kind of got to be careful and know what you're doing. And it looks like this shave is pretty much good to go. Okay. Master Soap Creations Frosted Lavender Splash. Splishity splash. This shit's gonna hurt. Alright, here we go. Actually, at the moment, it feels perfectly fine. Wait for it. Here it comes. Oh, man. My eyes are going to be watering here in a second. Whew. That is strong stuff. Okay. Master Soap Creations Frosted Lavender. Is this something I could recommend for a purchase? Yeah, this one's good to go. In fact, I would say this is a great shaving soap scent. Wonderful dark peppery lavender mixed with menthol. It's simple, but I like a good simple scent once in a while. That is my particular personal preference in the Soap Thing project. Wow. Okay, that's the video for today. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section of the video. Otherwise, until next time. This is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.